Hi, Sandy. Why are the lights off? How's it going? Why are you looking at me? Where's Daddy at? Where's Daddy at? Hello? What's happening?
Not waiting on you.
That looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah, this works.
What do you got going on over here?
Just finished welding the truss up, buddy.
Well, that looks pretty snazzy.
Not bad. We'll do the job.
Yeah. Busy day doing a lot of axles, are you?
A lot of axles, yeah. Trying to get these ones wrapped up. Eric's finishing up this one over here.
What are you doing over here?
Did just a rebuild, new gears, ARB air locker. Just freshen it all up, get ready to go into a customer's TJ.
Man, a lot of axles. I thought we were going to be filming some of these axle builds.
Well, we can.
Which one are we going to do next?
Let's do Eric's. Eric's on the hoist.
Hey, that sounds like a plan.
Yep, we're gonna.
What are we going to do over here?
So let's strip this thing down tonight. We'll strip it, prep it. We'll weld the truss on just like I did on that axle over there. We'll slam some gears and ARB air locker in it, get her done. I don't know if you knew, but we're gonna do the 30 spline ARB. So get a shaft upgrade, we'll do some outer tube seals and a couple of little teeny things. And
That happens to be a great setup. Ask me how I know.
it's a great setup. It's what Bob runs in his TJ. It's been very successful for us.
It's been awesome.
So we're gonna get his all set up today and move on to the next stage. All right, so we're gonna start working on Eric's Jeep. The overall goal of this thing is not to build some major crazy rock crawler. We're just gonna go to a 33-inch tire. He wants to be able to drive it down to Tennessee, Kentucky, or wherever the heck he wants to go and do some wheeling and not have to worry about everything always breaking. Dana 30s can take a lot of abuse, but they have limitations. So what we're gonna do to upgrade that and make it handle the abuse he wants to put it through, which is not aggressive by any means. He's not a really aggressive driver. We're gonna do an ARB air locker. We're gonna do some 10 factory alloy shafts. These are upgraded 30 spline shafts. So we're gonna unbox these bad boys, take them out, see how snazzy they look. Get rid of boxes, comes with a cool sticker. 10 factory makes good stuff. They've been around a long, long time. To be helpful, they usually always come assembled. They use Spicer 7.6X, it's the cold forge joint. They use full circle clips, they're milled for it. They're actually a pretty darn good shaft right out of the box. So we're gonna have a couple shafts here. You can run 35 safely on these. So on this shaft here with this setup, you can easily safely run 35s. Our buddy Bob here, he runs 35s on his, driven all across country, zero issues. The limiting factor on all this is the throttle input. So I mean, if you're super hard on your throttle and you're just gonna rage on this thing, you can break these on 31-inch tires if you're stupid. But if you use your common sense and try to make your stuff live, 37s is really, really pushing it. I don't know that I'd ever go that far, but 35s, pretty good. 33s, no problem. While we're there, we're gonna weld on some lower conform skid plates from Rusty's Off-Road. Millions of companies make these, super cheap. While you're there, silly not to do. While we're at it, we called Rusty's and had him send us his axle truss. 30s aren't super prone to bending on the Cherokees and stuff if you're not being, again, stupid. And for Eric's abuse, he'll probably never even really need a truss, but we've already got it tore apart. We are gonna put tube seals in there. We're in there. For the whopping $100 or whatever it is that one of these costs, silly not to do. We go ahead and pre-paint the whole entire thing ahead of time, and then I'll clean all the paint off where I'm gonna weld. So that way underneath's already all painted, helps resist some rust later. Nothing's foolproof. In Michigan, it will rust eventually no matter what. And we got a air locker. He's already got an onboard air system, so we don't have to mess with putting that in. The air locker is gonna come with pretty much everything you need. It's gonna come with the special bearings they use for the air locker. It's gonna come with the air locker itself. More junk. Comes with a line, and should be it. More junk. Make sure you wash these things really good. They covered in nasty Cosmoline. You want to make sure you clean your mating surface real good so your ring gear fits nice and sits and torques appropriately. I'm just throwing trash everywhere. Comes with all sorts of fancy shims. So it comes with all the ARB shims. It's going to come with a solenoid that you put on your air compressor, the engagement collar for the air locker, switches, air fittings, zip ties, more cardboard. One more small upgrade we're going to do while we're there. Tube seals. What these do is these go in the housing, and they're going to reside right about here. Just stops gunk, mud, crap, sand, debris from going in the housing, filling up the tubes, and tearing up your inner shaft seals. Super cheap. They're less than $100. Any of your local off-road shops, online, we have them in stock, whatever. You're already there doing the work. It's a great upgrade. Motive Gear's been around forever. Probably one of the oldest gear manufacturers around. They're just a good, solid company. They make a good, solid product. Don't really hardly ever have any issues with Motive. Fun fact is there's not as many gear companies as you would think there are. There's a lot of brands, but there's not as many people making the gears as you would think there are. We've been using Motive for quite a while. We use a lot of Nitro. Nitro's got really good stuff too. Those are good brands. The install kit's going to come with some stuff we don't need because it's going to cover multiple different models. It will come with these tube seals. We don't need them because the 10 factory stuff comes with tube seals because they're a larger diameter shaft. It comes with carrier bearings that you won't be using because the 10 factory stuff comes with different, or the ARB, I'm sorry, comes with different stuff. So I always unpackage all this. I lay it all out right on my table that I do all my gear work at the vehicle and get it kind of halfway organized at least. I don't like the thread locker that any of these things come with because a lot of them are knockoff Chinese thread locker. I throw it away. I have seen other people have failures because of cheap thread locker. I make sure I use my thread locker that says Loctite on it. So I refuse to use the thread locking compound that comes with these kits. I wish there was a better way to package these. These suck to open. All right, we got this unpackaged. What I do after I unpackage everything is I just kind of try to scoop it all up. I go right to my table where I do all my actual gear builds. I'll just take it all, even though I'm not going to use some of it. I need one more hand. One more. And I just literally lay it all out, so it's all right there. Rock and roll, ready to go. All right. So now we're going to start turning this thing down and get her done. So we're going to rip the wheel spacer off this. These are running JK wheels, so these are wheel adapters. They're 5-on-4 and 5-on-5. We're going to rip those off, rip the brakes off, rip the wheel hub off, rip shafts out. This side over here, we're just going to rip the tie rod off, bungee cord it out of the way. Do the same thing, rip that wheel off, and then once we get the shafts out here, we can drop that center section out, and Eric's going to start putting together the ARB air locker and the gears. He's going to start getting that set up preliminary so we can not be here all night long to build an axle real quick. so Eric's got this about just set up now. He's got a couple small minor adjustments to make. He's gonna take the yoke off, put the pinion seal on there. We're not gonna bother really going through a full-blown explanation of how to set gears up. I'm sure there's plenty of videos out there to help you get it wrong. I suggest taking it to a specific driveline shop or someone that specifically has a lot of experience with this. I would talk to lots of people that you go wheeling with, you know, different Jeep clubs and stuff of that nature, get some really good references. You'd be surprised how many people out there say they can do gears and have absolutely no darn clue what they're doing. Every single week we work on gears that have already been set up by a pro or a guy that used to work on a race car team or some stupid freaking thing. Get some good referrals from some friends or people that have had gear work done. Make sure that people know what they're doing. There's a lot of people out there that know what they're doing. It's not rocket science by any means. Get some good referrals. There's a lot of places you can choose from. We're not going to bother with that though, so we're going to button this up here in about 5 more minutes. We just got to slide the shafts. We already got these kind of